The Aicf-Aai Chess Cup 2012 at Airport Authority of India Officers Institute in New Delhi, India. Big game today for top seed Radoslav Wojciech of Poland. He's set to meet tournament leader Anton Korobov, who is from Ukraine, the current Ukrainian champion. Anton Korobov. Anegi will play with white pieces against Evgeny Gupta. And here Evgeny Alexie is set to play his game against Krisnan Sasikiran. The guest for the day, Group Captain J. Rajendra from Indian Air Force, signaling the start of the final round on the board of Negi. Group Captain J. Rajendra is a source for inspiration in the Indian chess circles. Starting bells now. Chief Arbiter MS Gopal Kumar signaling the start of the final round of this Aicf-Aai Cup. The prize money for this tournament sponsored by All India Chess Federation in a first of its kind thing done by them. AIC is sponsoring the prize fund of a tournament, and then AI has joined hands with them to sponsor this event to make this event possible. Imagine Negi opens with a king pawn against Evgeny Gupta. This has been a fantastic tournament really, because very high quality chess. Also no draw of a rule. A total prize fund of rupees 1.2 million at stake. 6 participants playing double round robin, one game with white and one with black. Evgeny Gupta with black pieces having a half point more than Negi at this stage of the tournament. Anton Korobov firmly in front on 5.5 points, followed by Evgeny Alexie on 5 and Krisnan Sasikiran on 4.5. Gupta on 4, Wojciech also on 4.5. Gupta on 4 and Parimachan Negi on 3.5 points coming into this round. A symmetrical Berlin was the choice for Parimachan Negi with the white pieces in this final round game. It was a tense affair really, and Evgeny Gupta could force some advantage with precise play in the middle game. But once the advantage came, Evgeny missed the thread of the position and reached a pawn up end game, which was quite not enough to force matters. So a justified draw in the end, hard fought draw between Negi and Gupta. Wojciech played with white and had Korobov running for cover for a long time really. Wojciech was almost in a winning position right in the early middle game stages, but then with the clock ticking away, he had his problems and he could not force matters really, and allowed Korobov to bounce back in the game. And finally Korobov turned the tables on him. Wojciech had to win this to be joined first, but he instead lost. And finished on the 5th place in the standings. Korobov with this victory emerged as a clear winner on 6.5 points, winning the rupees 400,000 prize purse. Also in the other game of the day, Evgeny Alexie faced a Caro-Kann defense from Krisnan Sasikiran, and it was an evenly matched affair in one of the main lines. Three minor pieces rather, changed hands quite quickly in the opening, and Korobov had some kind of an optical advantage, but it was clearly not enough to do anything worthwhile. As the game progressed, it was clear that White was not really keen to press for a victory, and through repetition of moves, these two finally settled for a draw. So second place to Evgeny Alexie and a cash award of 300,000 rupees. Sasikiran finished clear third on 5 points. Alexie scored 5.5. Sasikiran on 5 points, clear third with a cash award of 200,000 rupees. And fourth place went to Abhijit Gupta on better tie break than Aicf-Aai. Fifth place for Aicf-Aai and sixth for Evgeny Alexie in this category 18 Grandmasters tournament. Towards the end of the meet, we had a good news that next year possibly there will be another high quality Grandmaster event, and there were even talks of like elevating it to the category 19 or possibly even category 20 event.
Black pieces against Alexie in this final round.
Well, I mean, I think it was interesting novelty on my part to play Bishop E6, yeah, and to somehow, I mean, after Bishop D3, and Bishop G4, it was kind of easy play with the black pieces. But then, at some point, I missed this Rook D3 and maybe to go to G3. But then I thought by exchanging this Knight on E5, I thought I was equalizing so quite comfortably. Here onwards, actually, and at some point when I played Queen D5 and Rook E8 and King F7, I thought, okay, it's nothing special for White, and we were kind of repeating moves at some point, like Queen C2 and Queen E2. But then I had this feeling that, okay, at some point I could play C5, so I decided to continue with this position. And maybe there was one possibility when he played Bishop E5, I should have considered C5 immediately, because I was scared about Queen C1 and Queen coming to F4 or something. But I had to calculate this C5 move, because at this point my rooks are best placed like D8 and E8. And here I had to play C5 to have any chances of creating something. Instead, I played Rook F8, which was kind of very slow. After Queen E2, I had no chances to play C5 after this. And then we are kind of stuck with the position, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just a repetition of moves. That's also the best we thought that White could do here. I mean, White also has no position to try anything.
No, okay, I mean, I thought, okay, if he wanted to try, then he had to go some C4, C5, Bishop D6, but it's also kind of risky, I mean, to put the pawn structure in that kind of situation, because sometimes I just exchange this bishop, then this D pawn is kind of getting weakened. So I don't know really. I mean, maybe he had some chances afterwards, but because my rook position is not quite comfortable. I mean, I would be very happy with Rook E8 and D8 rather than with F8 and E8, yeah.
You had a very mixed kind of event overall. If we forget the first half of the tournament, you were one of the best players in the second half, and well, the first half really dented your confidence or chances in the tournament.
No, I believe, okay, I mean, I've been playing quite a lot this year, so it was kind of, not so easy to start because I also came back from Pondicherry, like this inter-unit TSPB tournament, and then continuously I'm playing quite a lot. So at some point it is bound to tell, yeah. I mean, I was always trying to, make some physically recover from, this, what to say exactly, exertions, whatever it is, and it was not so easy, yeah. And okay, after the first half, okay, I mean, I started to play quite normally, yeah, and had quite normal games in the last 5 games, yeah.
If you were to single out a single game, which one would you pick amongst yours?
Actually, it would be, I mean, the game against Parimarjan was quite nice in my opinion. Like, I didn't miss any tactics and I was seeing everything more or less, yeah. More or less a complete game. Except at one moment there was just a small slip in the end, yeah, because I had to find a combination with Bishop B5 instant, and I played a simple move Bishop F3, which could have actually cost me something, in fact.
Overall, satisfied with your campaign here?
Well, I mean, okay, the first half was completely terrible, the second half was much better, so I think it is okay, but even then, I would have liked to have more time for preparation for this tournament.
Well, Anton, another fine victory in the end, but you were struggling. We could see that you were struggling in the middle game.
Oh, after the opening I was completely hopeless. I'm sure about it. Maybe that is +2 according to computer evaluation. But after the opening, my opponent started to make some human-like moves instead of making cold ones. That is why the position became unclear. I had a pawn to suffer for. Then and in the final, in the end of the game, what I wanted to say, I don't remember. In the end of the game, I managed to get rid of d5 pawn, and all my pieces started shooting, and I had a feeling that my position is nearly winning, or probably is already winning, because he didn't have to leave the blockade over the d4 square, and here looked, but anyway, I think that white is winning.
You defeated Wojciech in both the games here.
Yes, but as a matter of fact, I could have lost both games because I was hopeless in the first, nearly hopeless in the first game, and completely careless in the second one. So that is life.
We say here in India also that fortune favors the brave. So
I must be very brave, man.
yeah, well, a good finish in the end. Overall, +3, a fantastic score. I mean, considering the strength of the tournament.
Yes, that is very good result. To tell the truth, today that was the last chance of mine to save 2700 rating, so I succeeded. There is nothing to be ashamed of.
Okay, great. And overall, from your output in the tournament, which game would you single out as your best performance?
Yesterday I played the best game of mine in these two India tournaments, so that was logical. Anyway, I didn't look even a single move from my opponent. I managed to nullify his initiative and just to realize the material advantage. So maybe that is the best game.
Okay, great result.
Probably. I'm not sure exactly.
Okay, thanks.
Aicf sponsored this, the prize money of this Aicf-Aai Cup, and of course we had
नेक्स्ट टाइम वो रिवर्स हो जाना है ना ठीक है
fifth place to ma'am, we all know, but madam, he is the second of world champions, Vishwanathan Anand. He works with him for the last 6 years. Yes.
Yeah, I'm glad you were there.
This is only sandwiches. You can do
अच्छा चल मैंने नया स्टाइल देखने लेकिन for the cash.
Second place, Evgeny Alexie from Russia. Cash award of 3 lakh rupees.
But because it is euro.
Quite well taken.
And the winner of this event is Anton Korobov. Cash award of 4 lakh rupees.
Come on this side. Batu utara hai.